What's up, guys? The Real Switch Easy back at it. 25 days away. Let's keep this going. This hype train going, right? But similar, I kind of wanted to keep going on this route. First, kind of talk about the characters that we haven't seen, and the next one I really wanted to talk about was actually Testament, because while we didn't see Testament in the Story 2, trailer, it would make a lot of sense for them to get added. And also, they showed that right before they showed the Testament trailer, the season 2 trailer right before it. So they didn't want to spoil it, right? So that makes sense. And again, given what we know thus far about them, I would be thoroughly shocked if we didn't see them in the story, right? And I'll break down today why I think they're going to fit perfectly in the story, and maybe what we're going to see with them, right? And the first thing is how they're going to immediately fit into the story is probably their connection with Johnny and also May. If you didn't know, a lot of characters have unique intro dialogue with some other characters, and Testament currently only has 2, that being with May and then themselves. And themselves ones are pretty funny, but the May one's just really May, Testament's hey, it's good to see you. Testament's hey, you've grown up, and May's show me, let me show you how much I've grown up. Or May will be you've changed a bit, and or oh yeah, sure, okay, yeah, but and that's just a nice gesture, right? Saying Testament's opened up to them before, which is sweet. But yeah, so again, Testament has those connections, and even before we saw that, or they were even added to the game in the GG glossary, well, Testament handed off Dizzy to the Jellyfish Pirates to be protected, right? And in the GG glossary it was brought up their current whereabouts are unknown, but rumor says that they keep in touch with Johnny. So we're probably gonna see Johnny in the story mode. Let's be real. But again, Testament has a good friendship with Johnny and probably all the Jellyfish Pirates, but as well as, of course, like I mentioned, Dizzy. So we'll also probably see that those other gears, and I really want to see them actually interact with Sin as well. We don't know yet if they've even met Sin, so it'd be cool either to see them interact with Sin for the first time, or just see them interact in general. I don't know about you guys, just get the vibe that those two would fit and kind of be really good friends, right? They're both just very chill. They're just both very happy kind of vibing characters, right? But again, Testament can open the door for us to see all these popular characters, so it would just make sense. And again, with them being a gear, it fits into Kai's idea and goal to try to normalize the coexistence of gears and human. And since Testament's already living this normal life, working construction, aspiring to be a moonlit fashion model, it makes they are the prime example of this, right? They're literally the character that this is what they want. They want to Kai can literally point towards them and be look, Testament, they're a gear and they're just chilling with humans. There's nothing wrong with that. And the kind of scary thing with this too, right, is the fact that in all the beginning of this, all the beginning stuff for each of the matches, and in the Smell the Game song, they say mankind knew that they could not change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beast. Beast probably refer to gears at the very least. Testament's gear, and Testament's the prime person probably that humanity and mankind are probably gonna blame and hurt. I don't think Testament's gonna die per se, but we could definitely see some moral mean things being said to Testament for sure. So that would really suck and be heartbreaking if that happens. But again, Testament definitely seems like a person who could take it at the very least, so that's good. But yeah, that's gonna suck. We have to see that. And again, with them being normal, and again, we see this in the Happy Chaos trailer, or the arcade too, where Happy Chaos is humanity's gonna have to learn to coexist, or things are gonna mess up. So hopefully Testament can really help to bring that peace. And it's not just gears as well. Gears are probably just gonna be the start of it, but also demi-humans and backyard apparitions, right? So, and with demi-humans, right, we've got to talk about Nagoriyuki, because Testament and Nagoriyuki actually share a lot of similarities. Think about it. Both of them were controlled unwillingly and had to kill and are now looked at as monsters. And that's also probably why people are going to blame Testament. I kind of just remember that, right? But Testament in the past has killed and done terrible things to humanity. While they were brain controlled and they didn't want to, it's not something that humanity is necessarily probably going to want to just forgive, right? They're probably still going to be scared of Testament, And we even see that in the arcade again, where like Chip and Nagoriyuki are like, they don't even know Testament, like Chip is like, what are you, some kind of gear? But they're terrified, and Testament's like, I'm literally just here to stroll. They're like, there's no way someone as strong as you is just here to stroll. There's no way, you're just want to be normal. But again, that's all Testament wants to be, and that's perfect. That's all some people in life want to be. But again, them having that similar backstory of, Testament was controlled by justice and forced to do this, and now they, then they became free. Now Naga was controlled by chaos and had to do all these terrible things. Now they're free. So if there's anybody who could maybe encourage, Naga to maybe break out of his shell and, kind of re-enter society, it would definitely be Testament, and I hope that Testament is involved in that. So, we'll have to see. And the other thing, too, is, like, Asuka and kind of bringing up, like, the roots of magic and all. Testament, similar to Faust, right, is a very advanced magic user. First off, it's just stated that, too, but, Testament can, summon familiars. They can, use force fields, and the interesting one too is like bend time and space to move in and out of other dimensions, which could be teleportation, and it is teleportation, right? But it's just interesting too that like Testament, Izuna, Faust, and like Axel, like they all can like teleport, but they all do it in different ways, right? We don't know exactly Faust and Izuna's way. It's just stated that they have teleportation magic, but Testament goes into like, spending space-time, so it's this more advanced version of teleportation magic. And then you have people like Axel, right, who can just freeze time to basically teleport. So, if we're gonna go back to those roots of magic and really understand it, Testament would be another great person to console, since they, again, are very adept and smart at magic. And the other thing too that like we haven't touched upon is why Testament was revived, because Testament unwillingly became a gear. Like the government took him in and forced them to be a gear, and then they died at the hands of Cliff because they were pretty weak gear at first, but then for some unknown reason Testament was revived and even stronger than before. So, well, it wouldn't be like the end of the world, and it could literally just be like Justice saw maybe the hidden strength and potential that Testament had and then revived them. It'd still be nice to just get that answered, right? Like it just kind of is dull, and yeah, it's just one of those things that I really hope we do touch upon. If it's not, it's fine, but yeah. And the other thing I'd like to see touch upon is their pronoun usage, since, again, it's not that big a deal, right? Like, it shouldn't matter. I really like, again, they don't even care that much, it seems. Like, you can see it in arcade mode, but the reason I bring that up is actually in, their arcade mode. Chip calls them they, them, but Nagoriyuki calls Testament like he, him the whole time, so it's just interesting that they would do that, and some people are like, oh, maybe it was translation error, right? But again, the fact that Chip never called them, he, him, only they, them, it just makes me think that, well, A, probably Naga's just like an old, he doesn't understand that like societal norm, but B, it would be interesting if Testament like said that to somebody, whether it be Naga or someone else, and they'd just be like, listen, like I go by they, them, like I don't really care at the end of the day, but just letting you know, because again, we do get the vibe, right? Like Testament, they don't give a shit what your opinion is about them. They're just going to be out here vibing, living their best life, right? But again, it would be interesting, something to touch upon, and it is just really weird. It's just weird, right? Because if both of them said he, him, that'd be one thing. So be like, okay, yeah, that's definitely a translation error. Hopefully they fix that. But again, it was 1 and 1, so I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, overall, I'm almost confident, again, we're going to see them in the story. They have a lot of connections to characters, so they can really kind of open some of the floodgates for, speculation for who's going to be in this season 2 that we're going to see coming, hopefully in a month or two. And, again, they're going to really push the story and the themes and the plot of, Guilty Gear Strive. And they fit in so perfectly, and that's why I'm so glad that they got in. And again, they were such a fantastic final, DLC finisher. Their new design looks fantastic, so, I've been having a blast with them, and I cannot wait to see them in the story interacting with people. Because even in their arcade, they just had such dope interactions with like Chip and Nagoriyuki. Just, they got the sass, they got the, they're sassy, they're kind, they have, you can tell, like, there's a lot of weight on their shoulders as well. Like, their dialogue's very well written, where it's like, who hurt you? And they're like, humans did, and they're just written so well. Again, coming from like this past of bloodshed that they didn't want, and now just trying to live a normal life. So overall, I'm super excited to see Testament new story, and we're only 25 days away now. Gonna keep this up, right? Hope y'all continue to enjoy these, and yeah, really love you all. Take care, of course. I really appreciate you guys keeping up with all this. So yeah, Be Real Swim Cheesy signing out.